Hello, Medano. What's up, my man? Oleg and Aloha Danica. Welcome, everyone, to a live stream from Vancouver. Boom Productions. What's up, my man? How you doing, sir? And the Dutchman is in the house. Happy Memorial Day to you, sir. Right now we're in East Vancouver on East Hastings Street. This neighborhood is called Hastings Sunrise. And we'll walk towards downtown, see what it's like there on a Sunday morning. It's just after 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm not sure what the temperature is in Celsius, but it's 62 Fahrenheit on my phone. And we have Juanita. Welcome, Juanita. There's a cool little bakery here. It's open 24/7. Oh, go ahead. Very nice bakery here and cafe. You can see they've got some serious donuts and pastries here. Cinnamon pecan coffee loaf. Apple strudel, ham and sandwiches, and all kinds of other sweet stuff here. Black Forest brownie, chocolate eclairs. That's a caramel macchiato praline crunch. Spinach and artichoke pockets. So they've got a real nice bakery here. Beautiful breads at the back. It's called Breka, B-R-E-K-A. Coffee, bakery, and cafe. And it's open 24/7 actually, so that's very convenient. Yum, right? Very nice selection in that place, right? Looks like it's really high quality pastries as well. This is the neighborhood that I'll be living in here for the next few months anyways. We'll see. I don't know how it goes. I mean, still looking to find a job here in Vancouver and maybe hang out for a while. But I figured I'd rent a short-term rental for a couple months. Connect with some of my old friends from high school. Actually, one of my friends here, Peter, I've actually known him since first grade. I'm not going to tell you how many years that is, but it's over 40. Yeah. Is this my first choice to be here in Vancouver? Not necessarily, but hey, we'll make the best of it for the summer. It's a pretty city. It's a clean city. The people are kind of friendly here, but if you walk by someone on the street and you smile and wave, or you smile and give them like a little head nod or something, chances are they're not going to actually respond. They're a little bit afraid of talking to strangers here in Vancouver. So it's not like super friendly. Toronto's much friendlier. And actually San Francisco is too. But it is what it is. People are still nice. There's a large supermarket coming here, a Vietnamese supermarket. There's a lot of these little fruit markets here on East Hastings. There's one across the street, Royal Farm Market. East Hastings is a pretty long thoroughfare, very commercial thoroughfare. It goes through East Vancouver all the way into the heart of downtown. It's been years ago, in the 80s you were in Vancouver traveling from the Rockies, and then you took the ferry over to Vancouver Island. Oh, that's awesome, Dutchman. That's so cool. I have been to Vancouver Island many, many years ago. Not on this trip though. I think the last time I was in Vancouver before this trip is 2009 I came here. I've had so many friends over the years that have lived here. Practically half of St. Thomas wanted to come out here. This was like the place to be in the 90s, man, when we were growing up. You gotta go to BC, you gotta go to BC, man. All the action's in BC, and it was. All the action was in BC. All the way up until the Olympics of 2010. Nona's Italian street food. Hey, Plush Mickey. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? Men's cut, $25. That's not bad. Haircuts have gotten really expensive. 25 is basically the minimum now. Only takes 10. It's kind of an essential service, so they know that you gotta go get a haircut. This place looks like it's already got a lineup here in the morning. Hey, BB. Across the street here. Have you been to Vancouver, Medano? Randy Ruck is in the house. What's up, Randy? A&W. Excellent fast food place. Well, they've seemed to have changed the fries, though. I'm not really liking the fries that they're serving now. It's this sort of home-style russet potatoes. I don't know. They had better fries in the past, I feel. But the burgers are good. The teen burger and the matzo burger. Yep, A&W root beer. That would be the Ken Continuum's favorite soda, probably. Or pop, as they say now. You were in Vancouver in the 90s, yeah. Things have changed, everything's changed. Looks like the sidewalk maybe ends up here. No, it's gone. Root beer floats. Yes, the famous root beer float. Chunk of ice cream inside a glass of root beer. I believe they have A&W in the States, but I've never seen one. And we have Chandler in the house. What's up, Chandler? This is Commercial Drive coming up, a major thoroughfare in East Vancouver. Lots of restaurants and bars and stuff down Commercial. East Vancouver is part of Vancouver. It's just a sort of a district. But North and West Vancouver are actually not part of the city of Vancouver. They are their own municipalities. But I believe South Vancouver is. We have Kathleen Kavanagh. Hello from Dublin, Ireland. Good to my hometown. Hello, Kathleen. Welcome to the live stream from Vancouver, British Columbia. Welcome, welcome. You have to learn the SkyTrain. They will get you around. Yeah, SkyTrain is pretty useful for getting around. They've also got a lot of buses and stuff. Thing is, the neighborhood that I am going to be staying in is called Hastings Sunrise, and there's not really a SkyTrain station over there. People drive, okay? Like, this is car country, regardless. There seems to be plenty of parking in Vancouver, I've noticed. Lots of street parking and whatnot. I'm smelling natural gas. Strange. Hopefully there's not a gas leak somewhere. At least I think what that smell is. As you see the beautiful Coast Mountains, the Coast Mountains. It's around the city of Vancouver. Kathleen misses the SkyTrain. Yeah, it's a very nice way to get around. The beautiful views from it too, like you can see the whole city from up there. SkyTrain being the elevated train that they have here. This is the Canada Post. And some nice condos there. Some nice condos with beautiful little balconies and tons of glass, tons of windows to let in all that natural light. This is the Waldorf Hotel. And Medano, $20 super chat for the next cafe, mocha, and snack. Oh, thank you so much, Medano. I will grab a snack and a mocha once we head downtown. And thank you so much for the $20 super chat, my friend. It's good to be back streaming. I know I didn't stream for a while. I was just getting my life together and whatnot. Had to get a Canadian SIM card as well because my US SIM card doesn't allow, like, it only has a certain amount of gigabytes here in Canada. It's not unlimited in Canada, so I think I did do one quick stream last week, I think, and I ran out of data, so it started buffering, so that's why I had to end it, because I was still on the US data plan. But I signed up for what they have here called Freedom Mobile. I don't know if it's any good or not, but it's pretty cheap. So it's like 40 bucks for 60 gigs or something. See how long that lasts. Of course, everything is in Canadian dollars here, which is a good thing because I'm used to dealing with American dollars. Your average Vancouverite buys a lottery ticket on days it's not raining, because yeah, that's right. It rains a lot here. Last week it rained quite a bit. And today I don't think it's going to rain, but I think overnight it's supposed to rain. You can kind of sense the clouds coming in. It's not humid here, but it is a little bit humid. Like, I wouldn't call it like Ontario style of humid, but today it feels, there's a significant amount of humidity, I would say. Not like an unbearable amount by any means. Some nice roof deck up there. Oh, thank you so much, Elizabeth. I missed you as well. I missed all of you guys in the chat. So now we're heading into a neighborhood called the downtown Eastside. It's, one might call it the Tenderloin district of Vancouver. It's famous for having a lot of, let's say, nefarious characters and whatnot. We'll see how it is on a Sunday morning. It might be over-exaggerated, who knows. There's an Ethiopian restaurant there. Ethiopian food is pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna walk towards Chinatown. Chinatown is actually pretty, well, let's say there's a very large Chinese community here in Vancouver. Actually, the signs are already in Chinese, some of them here. Yeah, I've been a little busy, you know. Moving to a new place, starting over from scratch can be a little stressful. And maybe not, I wasn't really in the mood to be doing live streams, but today I am. The Japanese population is through the roof. Yeah, there is probably a good number of Japanese folks here in Vancouver. I believe there is a neighborhood called Japantown here, just like there would be in San Francisco. Not that many Japantowns anymore throughout the world, but here on the West Coast there still are a few. Japanese internment, of course, is a very big issue back in the 1940s. A lot of people talk about how the United States interned the Japanese people, but you don't hear too much about how Canada also interned the Japanese people. And actually, Canada's internment lasted much, much longer, 5 years longer than the American internment. And Japanese weren't even allowed to move back to British Columbia for many, many years. They had to settle in the East. Same here in Hawaii. Oh yeah, Hawaii has lots of Japanese, of course. And Flick Hunter, what's up, my man? You might think I'm serious, but you want to do, would I ever do something like this in North Korea? I'd go to North Korea. I got nothing against North Korea. I'd love to visit Pyongyang. I've never been to a communist country, I don't think. I think it'd be interesting to go check that out. Our good friend Action Kid is currently in the People's Republic of China. He's been live streaming from Beijing, the historic city of Beijing. And his YouTube seems to be working just fine over there. This is a nice condo. Look at all the open space they have up there. You can hang out on these roof decks, a lot of balconies and stuff. Yeah, really interesting apartments, eh, Flick? I like this. I like the colors, and I like the design. It's all a lot of windows, eh? Look at all that natural light that these people are receiving in these condos. I'm liking those apartments. I like these style here. Elizabeth saying they had an internment camp. Yep, I'm sure they did. Pearl Harbor is in Hawaii, and that's where the famous attack occurred, which destroyed America's relationship with Japan and Canada's relationship with Japan as well. But everything has been mended since then, and Japan is now one of our greatest friends and allies in the world. Strathcona Beer Company. Strathcona is another neighborhood here in Vancouver. Robert, he is using a VPN routed from Hong Kong. Yes, that's right. But that's good that you can just easily do that, you know. Nobody seems to be bothering him. Canada declared war on Japan. Yes, well, Canada was already involved in World War II. They joined World War II in 1939. The United States didn't join until the end of 1941. So basically, over 2 years after the war had already started in Europe. And actually, the war in Asia began in 1937, so it started even earlier than the war in Europe. Everything is cool nowadays. Actually, Japan is one of the countries I would love to visit. It's very, not very cheap, but it's a lot cheaper now than what it was in the past for tourists and stuff. They're saying that hotels and even flights and even food and everything prices seems to have gone down in Japan somehow. Here in North America, the price of everything seems to be going up and up and up. Nice view of the mountains there. One of the more famous mountains here in British Columbia is Whistler Mountain. In Whistler, British Columbia, they have a very famous ski resort. Beautiful, picturesque town up there that I've been to a long time ago. It's the Astoria pub. I believe it's got nightclub events there. I've only been to one club so far here in this, or a couple bars. I never saw that movie, Chandler. Flick Hunter says big conspiracy theories on that. Are you referring to the YouTube? The YouTube in China? Or are you referring to Pearl Harbor, Flick? There's big conspiracy theories revolving Pearl Harbor as well. Some people say the US already knew about it. Interesting here to see all the bus power lines over the streets. Yeah, all the buses are electric here. Yeah. They've got these power lines over the streets, exactly, yep. So they're kind of like electric streetcars essentially, but they're buses. They don't run on tracks, but... BC has more ski resorts than... And you're a big ski guy. You work at a ski resort, Chandler. Have you ever been to Whistler Mountain? So right now we're walking through the notorious Eastside. There's a mushroom dispensary, okay. Are mushrooms legal in Canada? I still haven't figured that out because there's all these mushroom dispensaries. Yeah, I hear you, Flick. That could have happened for sure. You've been to almost every ski resort in BC. You were lucky to grow up in a wealthy family. Nice, Chandler. So you guys traveled a lot? Yeah, this is ski country out here. And outdoor sports in general, like mountain biking and hiking and all that stuff. British Columbia is just heavily known for that stuff. It's one of the more it's probably one of the most picturesque places in the world for that, you know, like in terms of nature and beauty. Hey, Lisa. Will I ever visit California again? I hope so. I love California. I really love California. It's got an amazing vibe there. The people are so friendly in California. Probably more friendly than British Columbia. I wouldn't consider Vancouver to be super friendly thus far, not like Toronto or Ontario cities. Seems a bit reserved. So this is supposedly the worst neighborhood in the city, but Haven't seen much action here on a Sunday morning. Of course, okay, watch out, lady. She's just walking right in the middle of the street. That's what crosswalks are for, folks. Okay, now we're getting into some maybe hairy parts of the city. Some tenderloinish areas. I think there's maybe a homeless shelter here, that's why. The worst neighborhood, yeah, well, doesn't look that bad, right? I mean, there's only maybe certain corners where a lot of bad stuff is happening, but not the whole neighborhood. Not even close. Worst neighborhood in any city just means more homeless people in stores. Yeah, not super dangerous. Like, one thing about Canada is there's not a lot of gun crime and not a lot of violent crime. Let's see if they call out to you. Oh, no, I think a lot of these folks are too strung out to worry about who's walking by. Used to visit BC often. Whistler, Big White, Silver Star, Kelowna. Lots of Aussie staff. Australia Day was always the best. Yeah, that's awesome, Flick. Australia. Yeah, there are a lot of Australians that used to come here. They love British Columbia, I feel. And stuff like that. I met a guy last week from Ireland. He's come here for 2 years, and he bought like an old work van, and he's gonna like soup it up on the inside and just drive like all around British Columbia and go camping and just live out of his van for a few months before he starts his job here in Canada. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a bit tenderloinish here. 6th and Mission-ish. Vancouver's always had a very bad drug problem. Hard drugs. Heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, fentanyl now. But even back in the 90s, people were saying, don't go to East Hastings Street, because they've had this all along. Probably since like the 60s and 70s. When heroin made its strong appearance in North America. Really started decimating the population. And now fentanyl is the new heroin. It's much more easier to make fentanyl. Yeah, drugs are everywhere, but I feel like Toronto has largely escaped the fentanyl crisis. I don't know, maybe not. I could be wrong. I don't see too many junkies in Toronto. It's these West Coast cities that allow everything. See, British Columbia actually legalized all hard drugs for a short period of time, and that didn't work out at all. Word. I think they may have gotten rid of that rule, but once you legalize everything, that just encourages people from all over Canada to come and find drugs here. It becomes a big open-air drug market. It's kind of like when you open up a homeless shelter. You think you're doing good you think you're doing good for the community. You're opening up a homeless shelter, but the area around the homeless shelter just becomes a huge open-air drug market always. That's just how it works. I think a lot of people look at homeless people and they think, oh, they're just good, innocent, kind people, when it's pretty much the opposite. They're actually quite mean and rough and hard people who don't really care too much about society.
You're taking pictures?
I'm doing a live stream.
Somebody could kick the shit out of you if you're taking pictures.
Yeah? Who's gonna beat the shit out of me? You?
People.
Somebody, eh? Do I look scared? No, I don't look scared, do I? Why do you look so scared then? I don't give a shit what you like. Some lady threatening me. Happens in San Francisco all the time. She says, I don't like you taking pictures. I said, I don't give a shit what you like. I don't need to ask her for permission what the fuck I'm doing. As you can see, it is pretty much a wasteland down here. This is way worse than the Tenderloin District or 6th and Mission. There's a lot more junkies here than there is in San Francisco. They think they own the streets, these fucking people.
Who are you?
It is public domain. Bro, low key, I saw the stream. I'm like, I'm sure there's some drug addict did less than 10 seconds. Yeah, they took less than any of these guys trying to beat me up, they're gonna be fucking in the middle of the streets in 2 seconds, alright? And I'm not gonna be the one getting beat up. This is a long stretch of homelessness and debauchery we've been walking through. Much longer stretch than you'll find in San Francisco. So now you see why they call it the worst neighborhood. Yeah, I like to cause trouble, Dutch. I'm just showing you guys what Vancouver looks like. You probably don't get to see Vancouver very often on live streams. There are a couple streamers from Vancouver. Jerome Forestwood and Go Go Go. But I think we're kind of exiting the... No, maybe not. I think there's maybe some more.
You cannot fucking use that shit down here.
Really?
Shut it off.
Oh, okay.
Turn it off and
Hey.
delete the fucking video.
Why not?
Delete the fucking video.
Hey, I got a right to record wherever I want, bro.
Fuck you, you son of a bitch.
I got a right to record wherever I want, bro. Bring it on. Think I'm scared of your fucking drunk ass? Yeah, these guys are all talk. Oh, you're very welcome, Elizabeth. And I will show these people I don't give a shit. They don't own the streets. The taxpayers own the streets. These guys are infiltrating the streets. These guys should be off the fucking streets. Oh, I'm walking Dutch. I'm not going to stick around and have a conversation with these guys, but if they're going to yell at me, I'll yell back. Just yell back. Here's the thing with these. Here's the thing with bullies. I'll tell you the secret about bullies. As soon as you start to fight back, when someone tries to bully you, they usually shut the hell up, right? Because bullies like to pick on weak people. They don't like to pick on strong people. So if you fight back, and you say fuck you, usually shuts them up. Right, Juanita? You don't let these guys push you around. Fuck it. Now I think we're into the more downtown area. Looks like we're slowly ridding ourselves of the very large drug area here in Vancouver, where they just allow anyone to do whatever they want on the streets. It doesn't. Honestly, I think I've maybe seen 1 or 2 cops since I've been here. I don't think this is a well-policed city at all. Hello, Hemi. Hello, Mark M. Hey, Robert, gonna go to Gastown. Yeah, we're heading that way. Hello, Elena. Yeah, Dutch, I wish people would just mind their own business. You know, don't be yelling at strangers. Don't tell strangers what to do. You're gonna be fine, all right? Some dude's walking around in the camera, let him walk around with the camera. There's dudes walking around with fucking heroin needles. Nobody's saying anything to them. This is the War Memorial. Many, many, many Canadians have died in wars. One of the greatest armed forces of the 20th century was the Canadian Armed Forces. Just gonna put you guys here for a second while I tie my shoe. Oleg says this isn't that bad. No, it's not that bad. That one stretch was a little bad, but that's all right. This is Vancouver. This has been like this for a long time. This isn't a new thing. This particular neighborhood on East Hastings has always been like that. Do they have Memorial Day in Canada? No, they don't have Memorial Day in Canada, but happy Memorial Day to all my American friends. Tomorrow is Memorial Day in America, where they celebrate those who died in the war. In all the wars, I believe. Let's head up Cambie. There's this thing called the Gastown steam clock. I'll show you guys that.
You're not allowed to film people like that.
What's that?
You're not allowed to film people like that.
Really?
Yeah. Take out this.
Who told you that?
Huh?
The law says I can.
Why are you filming me?
I'm walking around doing my YouTube channel. I'm not filming people. I'm filming Vancouver.
No.
I'm live streaming Vancouver.
I know, but you watched you film us for like half an hour straight.
No, I walked all the way from Hastings Sunrise to here, and I'm allowed to. So you guys have a problem with it? Call the cops.
Okay, why are you doing it to me?
Because I have a YouTube channel, which is what I do, and not just in this city, but all kinds of cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles and Portland, and it's called West Coast Walker. Go on YouTube, you'll see me.
Okay,
I'm not saying anything negative about you guys.
Okay, I was just wondering.
I'm not saying anything negative. I'm not trying to make you guys seem like bad people. I'm just showing people on YouTube.
Cool.
Yeah.
You don't look at the clock.
No. I'm new to this city. I'm just showing what's going on. All right. Take care, man. I understand. San Francisco, LA. I might go there. I've never been there before. Because it's too far.
Why? LA's far. San Francisco's far.
I do mostly West Coast cities.
Where's that? Don't worry about it.
I'm not hurting anyone, all right?
The cities that have the worst are here, Detroit, and Philadelphia. Because the prices here, privacy. Because it kills you in 1 year.
I know.
You know? I know who made that? The government.
Probably.
It's sad, man.
It is sad. It is sad, and I'm not saying that you guys are bad. Anyone's bad.
I know. I'm going to get back to detox in next couple of weeks. Man. I got finally got a place. I used to be in I used to work. I'm in the union, the 187 union, painters and demolition. I got a month and a half of hours left, and I'm full union. So I'm
good.
Going back to
Apprenticeship, right?
Yeah.
Good. I mean, that's a good job. You'll get paid well.
Yeah, and that's good for life.
And maybe they'll pay for detox for you.
No. My boss says your job is waiting for you whenever you want to. Just come back when you're sober. Daddy.
Look, my friend was an addict, and he's been sober for 10 years.
Yeah.
It works.
I know it does.
It works.
My sponsor, Curtis and Dwayne Howard, they're both been sober for 30 years.
Yeah.
They're both actors. Dwayne Howard was in The Revenant. He was one of the Indians.
Yep.
That was an awesome movie, man.
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And look at what's his name? From 21 Jump Street.
Yep. The actor, Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's an addict.
Yep.
For life.
Yep. He is.
He just stayed in the lane and he didn't hurt nobody.
No, but
Money.
he has a lot of money. Yeah. He doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, and he'll never get saved.
No, probably not.
And neither will any of the musicians. Like look at Keith Richards. If he wasn't rich and had that money to do all those blood transfusions, he'd be dead a long time ago. Same with Ozzy Osbourne.
You might be right.
I'm going to go sober because it's up to my generation to turn around. We don't turn around. We don't get our language back. We don't get culture back because we're losing it slowly. Because all the elders are just slowly dying on the residence, getting put in homes.
Yep.
Their children, grandchildren are just not paying attention anymore.
Yep.
They're not.
That's true.
Some of them are, but very few.
Yep.
And it's sad. I'm an only child. I'm from Winnipeg, and I was born there, and I grew up here in 1990.
Well, good luck with the rehab, and I hope it'll work. It'll work. Just have faith.
Yeah. Okay, what's your YouTube channel?
West Coast Walker. Yeah. Robert. You? Julian. Nice to see you, my friend. God bless. That's right. Thank you. It'll work. One of my good friends from St. Thomas wasn't a heroin addict, but he was a drunk. I mean, he's an alcoholic. He's a flat-out alcoholic. And he had to go to rehab. And when he did, it smartened him up. And he hasn't had a drink in 10 years. And this guy used to go to wake up in the morning and drink, and then go at lunch and drink, and then right after work he'd go to the bar and drink, and hard liquor too. Oh, thanks, Dutch. I try and, sympathize with people. That guy, first he came out a little bit strong, and then he softened up a little bit. And so I shook his hand and said, there you go, sir. Doesn't seem like a bad guy. Look, people get hooked on these drugs, and they can't really quit that easily. It takes more than willpower. It almost has to, something has to flip in your brain. David, call him in the house. Juanita says she worked with addicts for years. It works. Really, Juanita? So are you a therapist? Are you work in the social therapy area? Thanks for letting us know, Juanita. And I hope you're doing well in Texas. Yes, I hope he does recover. He seems like a good guy, that guy, actually. He does seem like a good guy. I don't think he's, look, I don't think people who are just addicted to drugs are bad people. It's just, they're just troubled, and they've got a lot going on in their life, and they've got to, they've just got to get their self fixed. It's kind of like a health issue, it's a mental health issue, really. This is the Gastown steam clock. I think it's a steam powered clock. You worked in social services for many years. Yes, that's good, Juanita. It's good that you were able to help people in that kind of capacity. And not everyone follows the perfect path in life. Yes, Nonsense is with us. Hello, Richard. This is the Gastown steam clock. And I believe it's showing the correct time. Yeah, you know about this, eh, Flick? It's a pretty cool looking clock. Just going through the chat. I don't know what time it is. You can click exclamation time in the chat and it'll tell you what time it is. It says 10 to 11, right? Only a handful of the world. Hey Raider, how you doing, my friend? It should be 11:05. Yeah, it looks like it's about maybe 15 minutes off. I'm not sure how it works. Is it steam powered? There's a little sign there. Let's go look at it. Gastown is cute because it has all these cobblestone streets. Yeah, it's 11:06. So yeah, the clock needs to be adjusted. The clock isn't right. No, it's close though. What's 15 minutes here and there? There's a clock that was so wrong they just removed the hands. Well, I mean, this is a very touristy area though, like, so everyone should be used to seeing cameras, you know? So we'll walk around the cute little Gastown area, old time candy shop. Needs more steam, yeah, could use more steam perhaps. And the silver gallery right beside it. That old time candy shop looks cute. Maybe I'll go inside there. Nice old school building here. And then we've got that more modern building. Yeah, that's a steam clock. I think there must be steam underneath that runs it. I'm not exactly sure. This looks like a cute little store here. Let's walk in here and see what they say. Lots of candy here. Henry's favorite chocolate bar. This is only available in Canada. They don't have this in the States. Oh, Big Turk. I haven't seen Big Turk in a while. That's also, I think, Canadian. A lot of loose candy there. Cute little tourist shop here. You can get some weird stuff like mustard flavored soda. Make America grape again. It's a grape soda. Yeah, a cute little store, and this is what? The Silver Gallery. More expensive items here. Jewelry and whatnot. I don't want to accidentally knock something over, so I'll just show you the inside. Coffee Crisp is good. Coffee Crisp is a really good chocolate bar. I'm surprised they don't have that in the States. I think it would do well. The thing about candy, you don't find all the same candies everywhere. Wake and Bake cannabis dispensary. A lot of cannabis dispensaries here. The Monaco Cafe. Ooh, cool. And this is the Lost Souls of Gastown tour. Discover the history of Vancouver's oldest neighborhood. So Gastown is Vancouver's oldest neighborhood. Hey D. Michael, how you doing? Did you know a dentist invented the cotton candy machine? Oh, I didn't know that. Good idea though, right? Nice old school buildings here. Not too far to the Burrard Street Bridge. I don't know where that is. I don't really know my way around Vancouver. Can't believe you are 3 hours ahead of me like in LA. Yeah. Yep, same time zone here in Vancouver. Hey Carol Ali, I'm just watching, talking on the phone. Look, yeah, the clock's a bit slow. Told Henry when he comes out it's a must-see. Yes, the Gastown steam clock, right? Henry's coming here at some point this summer. I believe he mentioned that. I'm not sure when. So, if I'm here when he's here, I'd love to meet up with him. Make sure you guys all subscribe to Toronto Tech and Transit, Henry's channel. Huge cruise ship there. That's a massive cruise ship. As you can see, Vancouver, it's a nice city, but of course it does have some rough characters, right? Just because it's Canada doesn't mean everyone in Canada is a nice person.
But friendly in Manitoba, people are friendly.
Yeah, they're not bad here.
Friendly, everybody's from Canada, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say, on the license plate in Manitoba, it says friendly Manitoba.
Oh, does it? That's cool. I didn't know that. That's cool, yeah. Ontario's friendly too. Oh, is there must be a cruise port here, yeah. Oh yeah, modern day cruise ships are just gigantic, yeah. Oh, does Manitoba say friendly Manitoba on the license plate? Oh, okay, that's cute. That's cute. But no, obviously not everyone is friendly just because it's Canada. It doesn't. I think that's a big urban legend that Canadians are quote unquote friendly. I think they're just the same as everybody else. And in fact, in Vancouver, it's even more difficult to sort of elicit a smile than it is in California. I would say Californians are friendly. Beautiful building there. I love the contours there. This very, very nice building. I assume it's an office building. We are the nicest people in the world. No, we're not. Canadians are not the nicest people in the world. They're just the same as everybody else. I lived in Canada for the first 29 years of my life. I lived in the States for like 16 years. There's no difference between Canadians and Americans. Everybody's different. Not all Canadians are friendly. Not all Americans are not friendly. I would say the vibe in California is more friendly than British Columbia by far. But Ontario is very friendly, especially Toronto. Yeah, gorgeous, eh, Flick? Any building with like so much contour is just is very unique. I love that. Now we're near the waterfront. Oh, your daughter and son flew to Vancouver from SoCal. Oh, that's cool. Well, Chandler, I would know better than you, my friend, whether there's a difference between Canadians and Americans, because I lived in both countries for more years than you've probably even been alive. I think my opinion is more textured than most. Oh, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Thank you so much for the Mr. Henry, or Hemi, or sorry, Herney. George Harrison, probably that might be my favorite Beatles song, is While My Guitar Gently Weeps by George. It was written by George Harrison. It's by the Beatles. And there's also an amazing cover by famous Canadian, what was his name? He was blind and he played the steel guitar. What was his name, guys? Amazing, Jeff Healey, the Jeff Healey Band did While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Oh, guys, that is an amazing version of that song. The Jeff Healey Band. Yeah, I know, Chandler. A lot of Canadians have this thing where, oh, we're the most friendliest people in the world, blah, blah, blah. But that's not true. That's not true. There's no such thing as the friendliest people in the world. We have amazing, amazing friendly people in the chat, such as Juanita and Jazz and Elizabeth, and they ain't Canadian. Well, this is a nice area here. Look at this cute place to have lunch. Got a little food court. Oh, yes he did. That's right. Kingsley is in the house. Jeff Healey remembers him in the Roadhouse movie. Oh, he was in the Roadhouse movie. Okay, I gotta check that out. Remember Jeff Healey telling Patrick he was blind. This stuff looks good. I love this sort of Mediterranean food. You gotta love it. Like, it's not authentic, but I guarantee that wok place tastes delicious. Oh, of course. We gotta take. He wants me to take pic. This is Greek food, right?
My friend, this is Mediterranean.
Mediterranean, yes.
This is real food.
This
Fresh.
is wheat grill. This is
Fresh.
this is Lebanese.
Lebanese, yeah.
Nice. They know how to cook. They know how to make real good food.
For a crew member.
Looks like might be buffering a little bit, right? D. Michael says the Jeff Healey version of While My Guitar Gently Weeps inspired you to go get a Les Guitar. Oh wow! So you'd have a Les Paul guitar and a good Marshall amp. Marshall made the best amps. Les Paul, in my opinion, made that beautiful heavy guitar. The Les Paul, Gibson Les Paul. But that the Les Paul has a beautiful sound to it. In my opinion, better than the Fender Stratocaster and the Fender Telecaster. Although those are probably the three most famous electric guitars. I noticed I was buffering a little bit in there, so let's get towards You like the Stratocaster? The Stratocaster is an iconic guitar. I would say that Les Paul is a little bit more my favorite, but I like both. But a lot of famous guitarists played both the Strat, the Telecaster, the Les Paul, and other guitars. I believe Neil Young had a famous Telecaster. Let's see what's over here. Burrard Landing. It's nice here, right? The architecture, for sure. There's that big cruise ship there. It says, "We love Alaska." This sucker's going all the way to Alaska. This cruise ship probably has like 9 swimming pools, casinos, friggin', you know, huge atriums, gym, like everything. This will have like a whole world in here. I don't know how much it would cost to make a boat like this. Yeah, this is a very nice area of downtown. There's the Rogers building. Canada Place. Remember when AKK... This is Canada Place. And you can smell the water. I believe that's North Vancouver across the water there. North Vancouver is its own municipality. Yeah, let's go on an Alaskan cruise. Maybe one day. I would like to see Alaska, actually. I'd like to see the far north. We're on the Pacific Ocean, but there is the sort of inlet between Vancouver Island and the mainland. Correct me if I'm wrong, is it called the Juan de Fuca Strait? Got one of those little go-karts there. The one that goes up to Juneau, Alaska, Flick? Yeah, that would be a Such a picturesque ride to go all the way up there. I'd like to see Newfoundland too. I think Newfoundland would be fun. This is the Vancouver Convention Center. Derek C is in the house. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you, sir. Hope your weekend was good. Yep. Just kind of settling in here to Vancouver. Got a beautiful view of the mountains from here. Very nice open plaza. Cactus Club Cafe. That place is probably rocking and rolling on the weekends. You see the pretty nice buildings here in the downtown area. Do you know what the capital of Alaska is? No, I don't. Yeah, the beautiful Coast Mountains. Got a little seaplane or something coming in here. Got to get you up to Grouse Mountain. Oh, okay. I've never, I don't know where that is. Is it one of those over there? Beautiful view from here. You could see all the greenery. One thing here, we're in the Pacific Northwest of North America, and it is very green here. Yeah, cool little seaplanes for sure. You have an airplane mechanic friend from Kodiak, Alaska? Cool. Yep. Vancouver is beautiful in terms of the landscape. I'm not sure what's down there, but let's head back this way. Oh, nice, Dutch. Yeah, the big screen. Always looks very nice. This is West Cordova Street. $69 one-way seaplane flight to... Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Easier than taking a ferry, right? Called Artigiano. This is West Pender Street. Let's head down this way. We'll head back towards East Van, but we will not go down East Hastings Street this time. We don't want to be pushing our luck going through that very hairy area. Oh, you never made it to Victoria, Flick? Victoria is a very picturesque city. Correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's the capital of British Columbia. Tim Hortons has a fireplace there, very fancy. Nice looking Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons has a very good breakfast now. They've got this breakfast box, they call it. It comes with scrambled eggs, bacon, hash browns, and it's covered in some sort of, I think maybe hollandaise sauce or something. I don't know what it is, but it kind of looks like hollandaise sauce. It's very, very tasty. It goes really good with the eggs and everything. Like, it's like a perfect sauce for the breakfast. I've never tasted anything like it, I don't think. How's it spelling? I don't know what the sauce is called. I kind of thought it might be a play on hollandaise sauce, which you find with Eggs Benedict type thing, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. Breakfast poutine, that sounds pretty good. If you go over to Victoria... Oh, okay. Haven't heard of that. This is Seymour Street. There's a pretty popular nightclub down there. That lady smoking a big fat joint, the one that I just put. She's walking around with like a big blunt in her hand. I can smell it perfectly. Yeah, hollandaise sauce. Yeah, that's right. Hollandaise sauce. Oh, is it a Ryan Reynolds breakfast? Okay, I saw it said Ryan something. I didn't know which Ryan it was named after. So now they're doing that like how McDonald's is doing, where they have these celebrities sponsoring that shit. I don't care if Ryan Reynolds approves of the breakfast or not, okay? That's gonna affect me whether I buy a Tim Hortons, right? I've been shopping at Tim Hortons since I was like probably 12 years old. I don't care if Ryan Reynolds sponsors some crap. Just give me my breakfast. Don't put some dumbass name on it. This looks like a real old school bookstore, but probably buffer in there. You should have gotten closer. Not. She was smoking a big fatty, man. Like I could see it in her hand. That wasn't no like small pinhole joint. That was like blunt sized. And we have Israel Morales in the house. Hola, amigo. Visiting, we're kind of relocating here to Vancouver. It's more than just a visit, I suppose, because I don't think I'm going to be going back to San Francisco anytime soon. I don't think they say A in BC like Alberta and Toronto. I'm not sure. Haven't seen too many people say A. I think that phrase has lessened over the years. Some people say A, but even like Henry and those guys, they don't really say A that much. It was definitely bigger back in the day to say A. Cineplex Odeon is a movie theater. Some nice. Oh, that looks like kind of looks like Liam there. Is that Liam up there in the top corner? Is that Epic Nation HD who's got a little mural of him there? We've got the Chinatown gate here. This looks real nice. Every proper Chinatown has to have a gate. I don't think Toronto has one, surprisingly. I could be wrong. Correct me in the chat if Toronto has a Chinatown gate. But this is a beautiful one. Very tall, enough for the cars to go through. Hey Jazz, how are you? Dragon Gate. Unfortunately, someone put graffiti on this. That would not be acceptable in San Francisco. You don't screw with Chinatown on San Francisco. They do in Mississauga, not downtown, but there is one for Chinatown East. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's multiple Chinatowns in Toronto, that's right. So where's Chinatown East? Is that like Scarborough or something? Oh, I bet they have very nice Chinese food restaurants here. This is a big Chinese community here. Oh, Gerrard Street? Oh, okay. So it must be past Little India. This is the Chinese Canadian Museum. Markham has a huge Chinatown, does it, eh? Columbia Street. Cute little signs here. Do I take a trip to Alaska? That would be fun, right? To take a cruise ship over there. It's near. Well, near, I wouldn't say it's really near. I wouldn't really say it's near Israel. We're still quite a far distance from Alaska. Thing about these western states and western provinces, the western part of North America, it's really big in terms of area. It's just really spacious out here. Chinatown barbecue, that looks pretty good. This alleyway looks a bit hairy. There's a lot of alleyways in Vancouver, tons and tons of alleys. Got some folks bending over there. I don't think I have to explain what a bent over person means. But basically they're on fentanyl. Nice old school bank, CIBC building here. All right, Elizabeth, take care. Enjoy your Sunday breakfast.
When I came, I just meet with me now.
Nice grocery store here. With all of the Chinese ingredients. A lot of stuff you wouldn't really be able to find in normal grocery stores. These are the benevolent associations. Chinese Benevolent Association is a place where immigrants can come to get help and whatnot when they first arrive in Canada. Okay, this is very nice here. I believe that's a Sun Yat-sen statue. Most Chinatowns have a statue of Dr. Sun Yat-sen, the founder of modern China. There was a revolution in China in 1912, led by Sun Yat-sen. Toppled the final imperial dynasty. Yeah, real estate's pretty expensive in Vancouver for sure. These are some nice tree-lined residential streets here. What is the affordability level of this real estate to own? That's a good question. I have no idea how much these houses would cost here. No clue. Never looked into that. Cute little secluded building here. Vancouver's very lush. You think it's 10 million, really? I don't think that it would be that expensive for a house like that. I think a house like this would maybe be 2 million, 1.8 million maybe. Not 10 million, no. Not in this neighborhood. 10 million is a lot. See, let's go back this way. Actually, that's East Hastings. Let's go back this way, see what's down here. We already walked down East Hastings enough today. You guys have seen enough debauchery. Dirk G is in the house. How you doing, Dirk? Hope you're doing well in Germany. Let us know how the weather is over there this time of year. And good buddy Dirk in the house. There's a very cute little church here. Holy Trinity Orthodox Church. Oh, Russian Orthodox Church. Very cute little church. Certainly not quite as grand as what you would find in Moscow or St. Petersburg, but beautiful nonetheless. Chinatown Lions Manor. The Lions Club. I haven't seen the Lions Club in many, many years. I'm not sure if that's only in Canada or not, but it's sort of a fraternal organization. The trees are beautiful now, yes. Very green right now. There's been a lot of rain lately. Am I there on vacation? Not really. Unfortunately, I've had to leave San Francisco. And so I'm in Vancouver now for a while. We'll see how it goes. Play it by ear. Everything's all up in the air right now in my life. Oh, thanks, Katie. And thank you so much, Juanita. Oh, is that right, Oleg? I remember once I went to a Russian Orthodox church in Jerusalem, actually. I was in Jerusalem many years ago. And I step into this church and they had like an archbishop there, and like he was all dressed in black and they were like kissing his hand and whatnot. And then they had this choir service. I think they were practicing. It wasn't a church service, but I think they were practicing for the choir, like a rehearsal, and it was quite amazing. There's many Russians in Israel, actually. Many Russians. It's basically the third most spoken language, or maybe the second most spoken language in Israel. Russian. Looks like an empty lot here that could use some building on it. Thanks, Dirk. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's true. The hills aren't so bad here. These hills are definitely walkable. It's a hill, but it's a very, like, not steep hill. Nice old trees here. I'm not sure what kind of tree this is. Yeah, North Van. I might go to North Van. It's a little far. I'll probably go check it out. Well, it's not that far. I can easily get to North Van, but take the SkyTrain, yeah. Could probably get there through the SkyTrain somehow. I think it goes to North Van. I don't really know all the different SkyTrain routes. There's also West Vancouver. There's Granville Island. There's Stanley Park. There's South Vancouver. It's a pretty big area here. Geographically, it's a very large area, actually. The whole thing is called the Lower Mainland. House of YOLO. High fashion meets high flying acrobatics. House of YOLO. House is spelled the German way. And of course we all know what you only live once. You only live once. YOLO. So embrace it while you can. This is Victoria Drive in Venables. Is it for a new area? No, I've never lived in Vancouver. It's a very new area for me. I've been here probably 4 or 5 times in my life, but it's still pretty new. I didn't really spend a huge amount of time when I came. One time I took a train from London, Ontario, which is outside of Toronto, all the way to Vancouver. And then I went back on the train too, and I didn't even go back to London. I went to Montreal, and then I made my way back to London. 4 or 5 days on the train each way. That was when you could get a pass, where you'd basically you buy a pass and you can just go on any train ride for 30 days anywhere you want using that pass. So that's what I did to explore almost all of Canada. I've never been to Eastern Canada. 4 provinces known as the Atlantic provinces. So I took a train across Canada and I drove across the United States. Oh, you went to Victoria. Oh, I wonder if you can get there by train from San Francisco. You might be able to. You might be able to take Amtrak at least to the border or whatever. I don't know if it goes all the way into Vancouver or not, but of course, San Francisco famously doesn't even have an Amtrak station, if you can believe that. A city that was essentially built by the railroads. I mean, after the gold rush died out, the railroads is what made San Francisco rich and famous. All those mansions were built by mostly railroad barons and other people involved in the railroad industry. It was a western terminus for a long time, but there's no Amtrak station in San Francisco. Downtown Emeryville, correct. Katie's been to Prince Edward Island. Dutch says yes, you can take the train from SF. Okay. You would leave from Emeryville. You can actually get to the Amtrak station from San Francisco to Emeryville using a so-called Amtrak bus. Amtrak has buses that'll take you from San Francisco to Emeryville, and then you can hop on the train. I would like to go to PEI, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland, and Labrador. And honestly, I would actually like to see Nunavut too, and the Northwest and Yukon territories. Not in the winter, but Nunavut. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly the proper pronunciation. Actually, when I was growing up, there was no such thing as Nunavut. It's a fairly newer territory in Canada. About a third of Canada is essentially Inuit territory. Like geographically, about a third of all of Canada belongs to the Inuit as their sort of autonomous territory. You love St. John's too. You went to St. John's, Newfoundland? Wow. St. John's is actually the oldest European settlement in all of North America, I believe. Way older than Jamestown, Virginia, and all those places. Way, way older. I believe it's from 1490, 1490s or 1500s. I could be wrong. That's when Newfoundland was discovered. So. Pretty residential here. It would be fun to see these by train. Yeah, trains are good. Trains are no longer cheap though. That sounds fun, Katie. So you've explored a lot of Canada. Are you you're American though, right, Katie? I believe you live in the Bay Area. Native San Franciscan. Way before then, the Scandinavians were here over 1,000 years ago. That is true. The famous Viking settlement at Lens à Meadows is the oldest archaeological, and others. This neighborhood is called Hastings Sunrise, part of the larger East Vancouver district. I guess Katie is in the chat. East Vancouver, I guess, would kind of be like Richmond Sunset, you know what I mean? Pretty large residential area with some streets that have a lot of commercial activity. Kind of all laid out in a grid with houses everywhere. Not too many apartment buildings around here. Oh, is it buffering? Oh, sorry. Well, that's okay, guys. I'm going to be ending the live stream here pretty soon. You're very welcome, Mark. Chandler, it was great to see you again, my friend. Great to see all of you in the chat after a little hiatus there. But I'll probably keep doing some more live streams this week. Not sure when, you know how it is with us live streamers. We don't really plan stuff. We just kind of go with the flow. Thanks everyone for joining the live stream from beautiful Vancouver here on a nice Sunday afternoon. Showed you guys downtown, Gastown, Chinatown, East Vancouver. And as you can see, it's a very nice city. Thank you, Randy and Dirk and Dutchman and Katie, Mark, Oleg. Thanks, Medano, for a $20 super chat. Thanks, Juanita and Jazz, for joining. And everyone else in the chat. Appreciate you. Have a great night. Have a great week starting tomorrow. And we'll see you on the next one. All right. Take care, friends. Thanks, Oleg. See you on the next one, folks. Bye now. Take care, Dirk and Kay. Bye for now.